Probably should have said this. We talked about this sort of briefly in the first class of the semester. It's like, here's the thing. If, sit down, just bridge really hard that way. My technical mount is always an option. And really, if they, whether they trap the arm or not, let's say you trap my arm, if they trap my arm and they just bridge really hard that way, but they're sloppy, my technical mount should always be here, right? But what we want to think about is, so when we look at everything I just showed, the first thing is technical mount should basically be your go-to thing if they ever try to bridge and turn it over. Like staying mobile, even like it's stupid, but this does work, and you'll see people do this in like UFC. And this we've got some old crazy action tapes. Is if she bridges over, go ahead, and I just like bridge in the back, like really like bridge me over. It's like just like this dumb hammer walk to the back mount. Like that shit works, guys. Like it's stupid, but it does work. So in a perfect scenario, if they don't compromise my position in any way, the technical mount should be your first automatic transition, especially to if you're thinking like self-defense application. They go technical, or they try to bridge, go to that technical mount, forcefully them to the back mount as we talked about week 1. And that's pretty much pretty much be the end of the fight at that point. With that said, everything we just went over is more like, let's say I can't get to that technical mount. They're trapping the ankle effectively, whatever. They have my arm hit in a way where I don't feel like I can adjust my hips. So it's kind of like, if I don't feel the technical mount is there, here are some other options. Does that make sense? Kind of contextually. I want to make sure I frame that effectively. So with that said, let's go back to the mount. Let's talk about the other guy, which is the elbow escape. So just so we're on the same page, she takes an elbow. Traditionally speaking, she wedges an elbow inside and grinds and gets a leg in there. He gets a half hook, right? Or sometimes all the way to the close leg. So, and I talked about this at length more so when I talk about like mount escapes, but I'm going to say, as usual, Alan's hot take. I think the elbow escape is a stupid name for this escape. I don't think that's the right thing. You shouldn't call it that. Because here's the thing, is if she just, let's turn this way. For example, if she just grabs my pant leg at the calf, and then she's gonna lean her shoulders right, and so see how she has a stiff arm, and then just like leans back to the right, she's gonna get the same escape. The escape isn't an elbow. And the elbow is a way of getting to the escape. What this escape is gonna get you on knees, like as if you're in the mountain, and just like hands heavy, is if I try to lift her leg up right now, it's kind of heavy to lift, but if I take her knee away from her, it's light. Right? So if I extend someone's leg away, it's easy to lift, which means I can pick that knee up and put it between my legs. Every variation of the elbow escape involves some version of lifting the knee up in some way, even a little, and put it between your legs. Does that make sense? So, if the way that the elbow escape works is I extend the leg away and make it light so that I can lift it, what is the common sense prevention of that? Make it heavy, right? So sit her here. So the first thing I can think about is, okay, she starts wedging in to get that elbow escape, is I'm just dropping everything, and I'll go back here. You set this foot up and go to this combat stance, so say you double up and commit to that elbow. It's like, drag that knee in there, go ahead. It's really hard once it's all heavy back here. And then I'm just going to scoop and take them back. You'll get people even like, they'll get the elbow inside and just drop back. Once I get heavy on the side, it's just hard for them to move that knee. They might start thinking this one, that's the clever move, right, is to go to the other one. So I'm just gonna be mindful of that. Right, if she goes way heavy on this one, and I get way too committed on this knee, right, it's like, so, the basic common sense thing is just don't let them extend the leg and make it light, right? Alternatively, you could also kind of hyper drive the other direction, right? Which is and I'll do this sometimes if I feel like I'm losing the position, is okay, we're here, she goes, gets the elbow in there, go ahead. Okay, it's gonna be light. go back. A little slow for this one. She wedges her elbow in there. I feel like I'm losing this fight. She starts going, right? I just windshield wiper my foot over. And now I'm out. Sometimes you can just feel like back. Out. It's kind of windshield wiper fight. Does that make sense? Right? So again, just to reiterate these two ideas. And when she turns, you just pump your back and be way heavy on this knee. It makes it very hard for her to move it. Right? And then again, I'm just kind of scooping the elbow and taking it back. 2, if she goes in, if she does start to move it, right? Windshield wiper over. You're knee on belly. We go crab mount, close crab mount. Go back to the mount if I want, right? So that's pretty simple, right? Let's say though, and this windshield wiper motion, like we haven't talked about this much in this semester, but a good habit to develop is anytime you're getting off of somebody in the mount, is just like, do this. Do this. Windshield wiper that foot. Like, I'll see people when they transition in drills, they're like, and just the difference of like, let's say you just kind of move around a little bit. You know, in your bridge, be like moving around, like turn land, blah, 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 okay. Just being there and that being a really smooth, like a really easy transition. Sometimes it's just gonna roll, sometimes you're just gonna like windshield wiper off of a thing. You're gonna maneuver it off of something to something else, like stay floating. So, with that said, what if I managed to lose this ground a little bit? So you're here, or here. She drives the elbow, let's say do the elbow one, and she gets the ankle. She gets this quarter guard situation, okay? So again, in a perfect world, she would never get this, but she doesn't. So you're all ready, right? You're really committed. All this quarter guard stuff, right? Okay. So what I like to think about this quarter guard is again, same principles. One, I can think about being super heavy. I go here. So if she tries to shove that knee inside, it's really difficult, and then I can start working. And sometimes even you can start sliding and putting enough pressure up here that I can pull that foot out, right? Another thing that I like to do from here is if we're here, I'll create the illusion, right? So here's one thing to think about. Okay, do me a favor. Don't keep your legs in clasp as you have them and put me in a half guard. It's like impossible, right? Now put me in a half guard. Right. She has to, there's like this moment, go back please. Have a quarter guard on the invisible opponent and just show the half guard catch. That, go back. Watch your right leg, do it again. There's this bite that the bottom leg will always do to get over top the knee. Right? Does that make sense, guys? Do that again. So in order for her to get my knee in the half guard from the quarter guard, she has to open her guard to bite it. So, let me get you back to the quarter guard. So one thing that I like to do is I'll just go Superman mount like in the quarter guard, right? And then at this point, it's like, it seems like, well, this knee is right off of the floor. She should be able to get it, right? So please get the knee. Go ahead. Go ahead. Like release and get to the half guard. Thank you. You see what I'm saying? So like, if she has this quarter guard, it's like, by floating up here and doing this Superman quarter guard thing, even like sometimes like you start bringing that right knee up to get to the half guard. You see what I'm saying? So we have to understand like the quarter guard, she kind of has to release it to grab the half guard. Right? Does that make sense, y'all? Like she kind of has to let go of that position to then get to the next position. So if I just kind of bait her into opening that guard up in a less than optimal situation, I can transition using these same windshield wiper concepts. One last thing. Since today I'm about to throw like 800 things at you guys. We're in the quarter guard. And she's not letting go. Like she doesn't care about getting half guard. She's like, whatever, maybe she's down on points or whatever. And she's like, I just don't want to get tapped today. I don't want to give up this quarter guard, so I'm whatever, trying to get out of here. So if I just want to get out of here and change the situation, guys, I'm going to step this foot up and sit back, okay? So I'm getting here. So I'm here, here. Some people will go through the paces of making like an underhook happen. I personally don't. I'm not saying it's wrong. I just find it to be obtuse. But the people that do it, they have their reasoning for doing it, and it makes sense. I'm just showing one that I like to do. All I'm going to do here, guys, this leg is going to swing over, and I want to think about just sitting on them with my hip. When I do this, I'm going to do this quickly, but I just want to demo the principle. And then as I push down, my leg's going to come out. And this is the electric boogaloo. So here, she does that quarter guard. I'm Supermaning. She's not taking the bait. My foot's just wedged in there, you know, all this. My technical mount's not going to happen. So I'm back and I'm heavy here, guys. The big key to this motion, to making it effective, is my weight has to be off of this leg. If I try to keep my weight on it, it's going to be like funky and weird. From here, so both hands, right? I push, and I'm out. From here, I want to grab the elbow, bring it to the ceiling. Let's see that stuff.
Sure.
Yeah. Is anybody brave enough to? I know you're good. Look at this guy, brave soul. All right, we're in the mount. So again, let's see. Let me go through everything. So he starts to go for his elbow escape, just like at the very beginning, right? I'm heavy. I can't be so heavy and so committed that this leg becomes absent, right? Like if I'm way over here, then Handel's just gonna get his hips away, right, and grab this. And he's gotta get back exposure at that point. So I gotta be mindful. So I'm here and I'm just like tight. So I'm going to like try to wedge that in there. It's like, it's just hard. And then I'm working to get this elbow and lift it and take him back, okay? That's one. If I feel like I'm losing that fight, so let's say you go back, you start to put that up knee in there, right? I just want you to let go. And I'm trying, switching to side control, playing that game. Okay, so that's out of 1 and 2. Does that make sense, guys? Does that make sense? So, those are kind of the two main ones there. If he does get the ankle, right, he's got it. Once again, I'll go back here. He's gonna hunker down. So at least it should be hard for him to push that knee in there, right? And then I'm working to catch this elbow and scoop it up. Okay, so that's 1. 2 is, what I'll do here is get like a Superman mount and just kind of sprawl. And again, it's like he's gonna do that bite with that other leg, and once he releases to get the half guard, my foot comes over. So I'm kind of waiting for that moment where he decides to commit to that bite. Timing there is a factor, but if you like the Superman mount, you can do the Superman half guard to the Superman quarter guard to the Superman mount. It's like pretty simple. And then finally, let's say he's just like, I'm not letting anything happen. I'm not releasing this knee, this ankle. There's 30 seconds left. I don't want him scoring points. So I'm here and I press and step. Heavy on the 2 hands, heavy on my butt, light on my leg. And then I'm swinging this over. That makes sense, guys? You're on a weird side, Daniel. There, okay. So I'm here, I swing, I just float. And then again, I gotta get this arm up here because if he's like solid, he's gonna start pushing my face. Right. And taking the transition. So what I want is, can you get all the way on your side, please? Perfect. Is that before he can like start pushing my face and getting like that stiff arm, this is up to the ceiling. And then I can kind of do whatever I want to do from there. Does that make sense, guys? Excellent. Let's play through it. 1, 2, 3.